It is better to have information just in time than just in case. And this all relates to the best way to consume content. So I can probably take a guess of the scenario in, right? So you want to maximize our usage of the internet, right? We live in a generation where you can get a bunch of information for free, right? We've never experienced this in humanity, right? So we've got the internet, got YouTube, got a podcast, books, Amazon Prime, next day delivery, all this availability of information, and you want to maximize that opportunity. So you're here consuming books, podcasts, YouTube videos. You're trying to improve your knowledge, trying to improve yourself, trying to get ahead of the curve. You don't want to be like your counterparts or the other people your age that just bum around and all they do is Netflix and just entertainment 24/7. You want to get ahead of the curve. And I get it, bro, because I'm like that as well. I want to use YouTube to learn and podcasts to learn. I don't just want to use it for entertainment, right? However, oftentimes we consume content in the wrong way. We consume content in a way that may come in handy in the future, as opposed to consume content that we need right now. And this goes back to the first sentence I opened this video with. It is much better to have information just in time than just in case. And I love that quote. It's a quote from Tim Ferriss, I think, but whoever said it doesn't really matter. It's stuck in my head like glue, bro. Like the idea of it's better to have information just in time than just in case. What does this mean? It means that when it comes to consuming content, you should only consume content that's relevant. Shit, that bitch is falling. No, fuck. Okay. When it comes to consuming content, it's better to consume content that's relevant to your current situation, that's relevant to your current problems. So let me give an example. Let me give an example of how not to do this, right? Typical examples would be, oh, bro, it's falling again, bro. What the fuck, bro? I can't just make a video in fucking peace. Every time some fucking bullshit wants to come up, like just stick to the fucking shit, bro. Fucking hell, man. Got me raging in the video. Okay, let's carry on where we were. So examples of people consuming content wrong would be the 16-year-old reading Rich Dad Poor Dad. It'd be the 20-year-old watching YouTube videos on how to be a better father. It'd be the 25-year-old who's not got a single problem with his diet. He can diet and lose weight really well, but he's here watching videos on how to stop binge eating. These are all examples of people who are consuming information just in case they need it, just for a later date. You know, when that problem arises that I have this information ready, you know, when a 16-year-old eventually starts his business 10 years down the line, then, you know, everything he read 10 years ago will resurface, right? And it'll be useful and it will help him. No, he's not going to remember that shit. He's not going to remember. And as he's reading this book, it's not going to be relevant to him. And so it's much better to have information just in time than just in case. That 16-year-old has a passion for piano, let's say. He's much better off watching videos on how to become a better pianist. That 20-year-old watching videos on how to be a father when he's not got a kid on the way. Oh my God. Man's gonna handhold this one. When he's not got a kid on the way, he's not got a wife, he's not got a girl, he's much better off watching YouTube videos on how to become physically fit, because let's just pretend he's got a passion for the gym. That 25-year-old that's watching videos on how to binge eat, that's not his problem. He's good with his food. He's much better off watching videos on how to become a better coder. Let's say he's working in coding, for example. It's much better to consume content that's relevant to your current situation. And I know what I'm saying sounds so intuitive and so simple that you're probably thinking, did this really need a video, Omar? Like, you're here just telling us consume content for our current situation. I think so. And the reason I think so is because I've been guilty of consuming information just in time. I've personally, and this is my channel, so I share my experience, so get fucked if you don't like it. I personally have watched, fuck off, you aren't even working anyway, so why are you falling off now? Stupid fucking phone holder. I've personally watched loads of videos that just weren't relevant to my current situation. Matter of fact, I nearly done this today. I nearly ordered a book called, I forgot exactly what it's called, I think it's called Barbell Prescription, which is strength training with barbells for people over 40, right? And the reason I was going to get it is because I'm trying to get my dad to come with me to the gym. I'm trying to convince him, and I'm in the process of convincing him. And so I thought, let me get this book, let me buy it, let me read it, so I have all this information just in case. So that when I do get convince my dad to come to the gym with me, I know everything, right? I have all this information stored up and ready to be used. But then I stopped myself and I paused and I said, no, not yet. My dad isn't going to the gym just yet. I haven't been able to convince him just yet. So let me hold off on that. When I've convinced him and when he's coming gym with me, then I'll get the book, because then that will be consuming information just in time. Then that would be consuming information relevant to my particular situation, which would be trying to get my dad to strength train using a barbell. So this problem of consuming all this information just in time, what it does is it gives us a fake sense of like improvement. It gives us a fake sense of self-improvement. We're here doing a 2-hour YouTube sesh in which we watch a 10-minute video on how to improve your bench press, another 10-minute video on how to improve your gut health, another 10-minute video on how to improve your sleep, another 10-minute video on how to give better public speeches, like all these different topics that give us an idea of grinding, of that we're improving ourselves, but we're not really, bro. We're not really, because we're watching a bunch of stuff that's not specific and really, really tailored and relevant to our problems. And even worse than that, all these different topics we're watching, we're only scratching the surface of them. What I've realized is you make much better knowledge gains and you take away much more information if you deep dive into one topic as opposed to scratch the surface of many others. So when you're here doing a YouTube session in which you watch 10 different videos and 10 different topics superficially, like you just watch like a 10-minute video and it's just like an introduction video, you're not really learning. You're not really gaining transferable information that you can use in your day-to-day life that will actually benefit you. Which, quick side note, this is why podcasts are great, because podcasts are 2-3 hours of one specific topic. Like, that's fucking amazing. That's exactly what you want, a deep dive. But like I was saying, that YouTube session you do in which you watch a bunch of different videos, that's not going to be that productive, but it's going to make you feel productive. And this is what I realize I'm guilty of. I've watched so many different YouTube videos on so many different topics that I feel productive. I feel like I'm getting ahead of the curve here. Like I'm getting ahead of my counterparts. Like, look at me, I'm watching a video on how to improve your gut health and how to improve your sleep and how to hold eye contact better and how to dominate a room when you walk in, or whatever other cringe YouTube video titles I've seen before. I'm getting ahead of everyone. Look at me, I've got all this knowledge. But it's not really, bro. It's not really transferred to my current situation and my current problems that I need fixing and I need help with. And a big part, a big sort of thing that fuels this epidemic, it's not an epidemic, but this whole idea of like consuming little bits of information about many different topics, is the YouTube search bar. So really any social media has not search bar, they're recommended. Any social media, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, has a recommended feature. And yes, the algorithm recommends you things that you need, but oftentimes not every single video on that recommended page is going to be super specific to your current problems and the things you need. And so we can often go down a rabbit hole of consuming videos that aren't that specific and not using the best use of our time. Now, of course, I understand. I'm not just here saying just grind 24/7 and just watch educational content that's going to help you in your life. Like, no, use YouTube for entertainment and relax sometimes and watch a random video about a random topic, of course. But when you go into those modes, into those mindsets of, I'm going to use YouTube to help myself, I'm going to listen to podcasts that will better me, I'm going to read books to self-improve, then you need to really filter out the books and topics that aren't that relevant, but still may sound good. Like they may sound like you're productive and that you're getting ahead of people, but they just aren't that relevant to you. And instead pick books and podcasts and YouTube videos that are relevant. So for example, for me, right now, I'm watching a bunch of YouTube videos and podcasts on how to get better sleep, because I need to wake up at 4:20 a.m. for my work shift, so sleep is important, and how to be a better personal trainer. So I've joined a bunch of Reddit groups on how to be a better personal trainer, how to coach people better, and I listen to podcasts on how to coach people better. I'm also currently consuming podcasts on dieting and how to get lean, because as you guys know, I've got a photo shoot coming up, so I'm trying to get super lean. So I'm trying to tailor my content consumption to the current situation, the current season of life that I'm in, the current problems I'm facing, the current goals I'm trying to achieve, the current routine I'm in, as opposed to doing what I would do previously, which is just load up the YouTube the YouTube recommended, and just watch a bunch of different videos, you know, scratch the surface of a bunch of different videos and a bunch of different topics. So yeah, this has been today's video. When it comes to choosing what book you're going to buy next, what podcast you're going to save next, what YouTube video you're going to watch next, always remember this phrase. It is much better to have information just in time than just in case. So consume content that's relevant to your current situation, that will solve your current problems, that will help with your current confusions. That said, I believe I've said everything in today's video. Next video, we're going to have a car driving video. I'm going to get this fucking stand actually working properly. We had a couple of problems this video with that fucking bitch. I'm literally staring at her right now. Fucking bitch. Yeah, it is. Like I always say, if I'm on your screen right now, then I've kept your interest somehow. Thank you for watching. Click like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let me know your thoughts of this video. I'll catch you lot in the next one. Love.